Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to sew a French seam. This seam is a great way to secure the edges of sheer fabric or material that can fray very easily. Here is what you will need: scissors, pins, a ruler, thread to match your material, and an iron and ironing board. For this demonstration, I will be using a sewing machine. However, this can also be done by hand. Before you start sewing, you will need to figure out the measurements of your seam allowance. A French seam is really two seams in one, so you will want to divide your seam allowance accordingly. In this example, I will be using a 5/8 seam allowance, with the first seam being 2/8 and the second seam measuring 3/8. To start, match the edges of your fabric with the wrong sides together. Sew at 2/8 of an inch. Press your seam. Trim your fabric as close to your seam as you can. Next, press your fabric around the seam so that the fastened sides are together. Using your thumb and forefinger, work the seam so that your allowance is encased within the new seam. Sew at 3/8, making sure to enclose your fabric's edge within the seam. When you're done, give the seam a press and press the seam allowance in the direction you want. And there you have it. Make sure to work with your fabric and use measurements that will keep your seams looking smooth.